Hey you guys, I'm back with another video. Um, Today I'm gonna be talking about kind of like relationship type stuff. I wrote down my notes again, so um, basically it's about how when I was in the world, I operated in arrogance and pride, and with a sense of false confidence, which caused me to attract and be attracted to the same type of guys. So basically, I'm trying to see where to start with this. Yeah, when I was in the world, like I was like really prideful, and God's still working that out of me. But I was really prideful. Like, oh, I had this idea, like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Like just thinking I was all that and all type of stuff. Just lies, like Satan was trying to tell me, and I was believing, and I didn't really see the significance of like having God in my life and how it's like I'm learning, still learning, but like just how vital it is to like have him be first. Like he says, seek ye first the kingdom. And I didn't realize how vital that was and how important it is. Cause you when you're in the world, you think like you know what you're doing, you think you so smart, you think you so wise, you think you just have this like arrogance and like false sense of confidence and stuff. But it's really like masking like severe insecurities, but you don't want to like really address that because you're like, oh no, I'm good and all this stuff. But yeah, so I was watching a video by Miss Tiffany, I think her last name Buckner, but her videos are fire. I just stopped watching her videos. But I saw her first video on the podcast We Need to Talk, and it was really good. But she was talking about altars and like demonic strongholds and all these things. And so I watched one of her videos recently, and she was talking about how she attracted those type of guys because she was prideful and all type of stuff. And I thought about that. I was like, dang, I did the same thing. I never thought about that. Like, cause when I was in the world, I was like, oh, I'll be fine. I could do what I want to do and build a life. And I don't, I was thinking like, I don't need God. And like, I thought I knew what I was doing. And like, if I get a guy, then, we'll be married. Like the little fairy tale they program us as girls growing up, like, have the picket fence and get married, have kids and all this stuff. And, like I'll be fine. That's what I thought. But yeah, I was literally operating like I thought, like thought I was confident and stuff, but now that I'm on the other side and with the Lord and everything, I know what like true confidence is, and not trying to have arrogance and mask it with like, oh, you think you're so confident and you could do whatever you want and just stupid stuff. But yeah, so I was out here just waste so much time, guys, bro. Waste so much time. And because like I feel like a lot of people grow up usually in like most people who have some type of trauma. Maybe their mom or dad was in there, so that void is like super like deep. And so I didn't realize like, oh man, yeah, me and my dad, we good now, but like majority of my life, for some years he was in and out, some years he was there a little bit, and then it was like just dysfunctional. And so I didn't realize like that gaping like void of not having your dad like consistently there, how much that affects you. And then also your like my mom, we always had like issues and stuff, and so that as well. And so I'm out here just like, oh, I'm good, I know what I'm doing, and I'm over here attracting the guys that, like Tony Gaskins always say, you attract who you are. And it's just like you do. And mentally, I was like thinking I was all that and everything. And I attracted the same type of guys, and then the Satan's, try to tell you like, yo, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, you give this guy and everything will be good. Which is a lie. And I was attracting guys and I'm thinking like, oh man, he's so confident and everything. And really it was just, he was arrogant and he was insecure just like I was. And he wasn't confident for real. It was just like we just have a mask on. And a woman who's healed and with God and everything, they are in their feminine and the man is in his masculine. But when I was in the world, I was in my masculine for like pretty much all my life, really. Just like defense mechanism and like trying to protect myself and not really having really good people to rely on. Usually it like backfired a lot of the time. And so also choosing people out of like just desperation for love because you didn't really get it like how you should have growing up. And so, oh Lord, I'm losing my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh Lord. Wait. Okay. I remember. So basically, I was doing that. I had that mask on. I was in my, masculine energy. And then I didn't know that. And so I was like, now that I'm, older, wiser, and God giving me all this knowledge and stuff, now that I know that, and I was attracting guys that were in their feminine energy. And I didn't realize that. I was like just realizing like God do things in order. Like he tells you, seek first the kingdom. And I was over here, I was raised, in the church. My mom, she always had us like in a Christian household and all these things. But I was like, nah, I want to do what I want to do. I'm rebellious. I had a spirit of rebellion. And I was just like hard-headed. And I tell you, don't do what I did. Don't do what most people do who are in the world. And they think they know better than God. And now I'm on the other side, I was like, bro, so stupid, bro. So stupid, bro. But the only good thing about it is God had me gain a lot of wisdom, knowledge, understanding. And give me all these things and like helping me see my errors of my ways and how I'm come on here to tell you guys what not to do. So I was out here thinking I know everything. I started attracting feminine guys, and then the thing is so crazy because Satan trying to make it paint it like, oh yeah, you don't need God. Everything's he's it's just rules, controlling, and you know what you're doing. You'll be fine. And it's like literally that's what I thought growing up too, because I was always forced to go to church and everything. That made me also not wanna like have a relationship with God either, because I was like, bro, this is what it's about. And also seeing hypocrisy of people who go to church. It's like, oh, you go to church, but then every other day you're not doing what the Bible's telling you to the best of your ability. And so I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, what? Like, and then just being forced to go. But I'm thankful because, I needed that Christian raising and stuff, even though I didn't want it, but it helped me be where I am today. But yeah, so that also made me not want to serve the Lord. And so, yeah. So with that, I was just, now I've been thinking, I was like, bro, you think you're gonna have a better life, but like you're not healed, seek first the kingdom. He heals you, he renews your mind. He, helps you get rid of like your traumas and helps you just like, you feel his love and helps you see you're worthy and how much he actually cares about you and always cared about you and all type of stuff. First, and just like how you operate, how you're supposed to be operating from day one. Versus in the world, you think you know everything. No, you're operating out of your trauma and your dysfunction. So, and you're operating, my bad, but yeah, so you're operating like that, and you're operating out of your trauma. So we all, like I was saying, don't mind my hands, they're ashy. I was at the gym, so I had to make sure they clean when I got home. But I got a shower and all that, so I'm not gonna put no lotion on, it's waste. But yeah, so you don't realize how like important it is to have the love of God and have Him heal you and fill your voids and everything. And so that way you choose better, you operate better, you move throughout life better, differently, and you just make better decisions. You have God guiding you, and you go to Him for things, and He tell you, no, don't do that, or He tell you, yeah, you do that. And it's just like, bro, you have like literally so much less problems. Versus like you in the world, you operating out of your trauma, you choosing someone because whether you realize it or not, like most of our decisions are, I think, over 90% subconscious. So whatever happened to you growing up, you ain't get love, you had rejection, you always may feel like a burden like me, and you just dealt with dysfunction. You subconsciously, you think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna choose somebody and we're gonna have a great life together, but you're choosing them out of the fact that you didn't get proper love growing up and a functioning family that love you and raise you properly. So therefore your results are gonna be bad. And like you said, wages of sin is death. So yeah, I was out here doing all these things. I didn't realize like I'm attracting the same type of person that I am, which is, I wanted to be controlling. I wanted to be like my way or the highway when I was younger, early 20s, and I wanted to be like, I kind of like idolize a guy and be like, oh, they'll like once if I get with them, everything will be fine. And my bad, I gotta make sure people come around my place. But anyway, yeah, so that's what I was doing, attracting like feminine guy, and I was in my masculine energy, and so that never works because the dynamic is supposed to be guy masculine, and then you and your feminine, and the guy leads, and he loves you like Christ loved the church, and then you stay in your feminine energy, and be help me, versus, well, before I get into that, yeah, and also if the guy, you have the right guy come, God sends you your man or whatever, or he finds you, like once you're dealing with God a lot and He's healing you and everything, then you'll be able to accept love and proper healed guy, versus like when you're in the world, a guy, say that type of guy come up to you, you're gonna be like, oh, this is not normal, this is not like, this is foreign to me, this make me feel weird. It's like, you start thinking like, man, you get suspicious, like, I don't know, this guy, he probably playing games, like all type of stuff. But it's just because you're not used to being treated like that, so you're like, you just feel like you're not worthy. So, and that was me, and I'll tell you, bro. And then like being with God too, being with Jesus is like, I still have those thoughts sometimes, but I know they're not true. But I'll be like, man, think like, you just be thinking like, bro, I was out here doing crazy stuff, and then God still, like He said, when we were still sinners, He died for us. And then like you get a relationship with Him, and it's like, bro, you like mess up or something, you're like, bro, He's still there. He's like, it's okay, I understand, and help you get through it. And you're like, you just like, man, this is, what, I don't deserve this, and I'm not worthy, or like, this is like crazy. It's crazy experience, but it's a good experience because it just helps you see like how much like God values us, And yeah, so I hurt. Oh, my hands still hurt from working out, but yeah. So basically, just think about these things because I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but I tell you, don't do what I did because it's just waste time, bro. Like you'll get knowledge and wisdom coming out on the other side because you're like, wow, I shouldn't have done this. But like, just look at other people and take advice from them who've went through it already, and try and tell you what not to do. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be like, nah, I can make it work. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't need God, which is not true. And if that was the case, that would mean God's a liar, which is also not true. So it's like, just do it the right way, honestly. Because I was like, bro, I should have did this a long time ago. I had somebody tell me that when I was a teenager. And they were like, I wish I would have gave my life to God earlier. And I was like, I didn't understand it, but I understand it now. Like that meme. Oh my gosh, I love that meme. I understand it now. But for real, it's crazy. But anyways, I probably still have that lump in my head from using my headphones. But anyway, yeah, so just like be honest with yourself and don't lie to yourself. That's the worst thing to do. Don't lie to yourself. Like for me, I thought I was confident, but I was riddled with insecurities and like just trauma and just like needing love. So it had me make a lot of stupid decisions. And also as women, we also be like a lot emotional a lot of the time. So we'd be making decisions based off of how we'd be feeling versus you being more logical, And God helping me with that too, being more logical and not just like operating off your feelings. So yeah. But like I've said, just get right with God, bro, and do it his way and ask him to help you. Cause all you're gonna get is heartbreak. Literally. That's it. Like you're just gonna get your heart broken because it was never gonna work because the wages of sin is death. Like you think you can live a life without God, which is not true. Like you can, but like you're not gonna, it's just gonna be a bunch of pain and unnecessary trauma. So just like do it the right way early while you're still young. Or if you're older, just do it because you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, man, I should have did this earlier because waste so much time, and then you're gonna have to be healing from like soul ties or like betraying yourself for nothing, and it's like just not worth it, honestly. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say for this video. But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm trying to think if I have anything else I could say before I end the video. But yeah, I think that's about it. Just don't, like God tells us, don't lean on our own understanding, because the heart is desperately wicked, and who can know it? Only God. So yeah, just like, bro, learning these things and like how his word is like, no, it's just like facts. Because like when you get older, you're like, and wiser, and with God, it's like, man, that's so true. If I would have did this earlier, so I wouldn't have this pain. I wouldn't have to be doing this going through this healing process. I wouldn't have to be doing all type of stuff. So yeah. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. So yeah.